you guys doing? I understand that some of you are having a tough time getting through this. It's part of the reason why I make these videos to hopefully give you some training tips that you can do on your own. Today's training tip is how to use the heavy stick, a heavy stick for training. So that's coming up next. Okay, hang in there and keep coming back for the videos. This week has interrupted my video shoots, uh, partially for weather-related reasons and partially due to projects around the house and the yard. Uh, I'm also struggling with coming up with ideas for these videos. Ooh, that's a big part of it. Anyway, stick around and watch this video. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. Okay, so once you've selected your heavy stick, the first tip that I'm going to offer is that when you do these exercises, you want to go at a moderate speed. Here's why. It's easy to build up the muscles in your forearm, but you have to protect the ligaments in your wrist and your elbow. Those take longer to build up, strength-wise. So I would recommend that once you have your heavy stick, you go at moderate speed in order to stress the wrist and the elbow ligaments in a safe manner. So for example, if you're doing angles of attack, moderate speed, this here, slow may have some benefit, but it won't stress the wrist and the elbow ligaments as much. If you go too fast, you will put yourself at risk of straining those ligaments. So I would start with moderate speed. So let's do the first 5 angles. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Moderate speed. Now, what I like to do sometimes is at the end of an attack, I may squeeze the stick for a second or two. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. But it goes back to the original point. Strive for moderate speed. Okay? That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is when you start out with heavy stick training, don't go overboard on the number of repetitions that you do. Okay? You need to take your time. Okay? You start out with a low number of reps. So let's take as an example, medical double action. Okay? So if you're doing this for the first time with heavy sticks, stick with a reasonable number, 5 or 10 reps. Just work your way in. Okay? 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, start with that, because if you go for 100 reps on your first try, it's going to be a while before you recover. Okay, and your skill is going to erode while you recover. So start out slow, low number of reps, and gradually build them up. Okay? So if I do 5 reps today, maybe a couple days from now I'll do 7 or 8, and a couple days after that, do 10 or 12. You get the idea? Start slow, aim for low reps. Don't go crazy at the beginning. Okay? It's common sense. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is focus on form and body mechanics. So this means that you don't want to select something so heavy that it compromises your form and your body mechanics. Okay? Let's take an example, Lumpita. Okay? I've seen people take such a heavy object that it messes up their body mechanics. So monitor yourself when you do your exercises with the heavy stick. So let's talk about Lumpita. This is an up and down movement. Just here. Up and down. Okay, notice I'm going up as the stick's going up, and down. Yes, this is going down. Okay. Make sure of the body mechanics. What you don't want to do is do an exercise just like this here. Hey, it might be good for the arm, but you're messing up your body mechanics. Make sure you have everything working together. Here, the form and the body mechanics. If you're doing this stick like this here, you're losing the form. You may have the body mechanics, but not the form. Okay. Make sure you have both the form and the body mechanics. You focus on moderate speed. This will help you maintain your form in your body mechanics. If you go too fast, you may throw something out of whack. Okay, so that's tip number 3. Focus on form and body mechanics. Got it? All right. All right. Tip number 4. It's pretty obvious. When you're doing heavy stick training, you want to train both sides. So earlier, I demonstrated the abanico double action. When you do it with your right, do it with your left. Often, I will double the number on this side. So if I do 5 on this side, I'll do 10 because I'm not I'm right hand dominant. I am not left hand dominant. And the skill level on the left is not as good as the right. So I'll double the work on this. Now, let's go back to the first tip. You want to start out slow. Okay, make sure that you don't push this too hard. It takes time. But when you get to the point where you can do heavy stick training with the other side without stressing it too much, go for it. So I'll do 10 of these just to make the left side strong. Try to make it as strong as the right side. This is 4, 5, and you work all the way up to 10. Okay. I'm lost track here. Let's make believe this is 10, but you get the idea. Okay. Anytime you train with the technique on the right side, try it on the left side. Whether it's angles of attack, the traditional moves that Professor used to teach, the sneaking exercises that I have done, you get the idea. 0 on both sides. Okay. So my 4 tips. Moderate speed, monitor your reps, focus on form and body movement, body mechanics, and train both sides. Any questions? Please put your questions in the comment box below. I hope you like this video. Please share it out, and most importantly, please subscribe, and have a great day. Thanks for stopping by and watching.